Hello and welcome to the two-man power trip of wrestling. I'm your host, JP John Paz. With me today, very special guest, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, former head writer for WCW and the WWF, Mr. Vince Russo. Vince, welcome back. How you doing today, sir?
What is on, my friend John? John, I am looking at your New York Giants sweatshirt. Yeah, John, you know what's really weird with me, man? I used to be a huge fan of all four sports. All four sports. You know, man, growing up in Long Island, during the Super Bowl years and stuff, I was a diehard Giants fan. Growing up on Long Island, bro, I was a huge fan of the ABA Nets. I used to go to the Coliseum, see Dr. J play all the time. Believe it or not, in hockey, I was a big Minnesota North Star guy because I love their goaltender, Cesar Maniago, right? And then, of course, I've always been a Giant fan in baseball. But I swear to God, John, I don't know why, but one by one, I lost interest like in all other sports. And the only thing I follow now religiously is baseball. One by one. First it was hockey, then it was basketball, then it was football. Now I know the Giants are in the playoff hunt. I know that.
Yes.
So where do they sit right now, bro? I know there's 2 games left.
Yep.
What do they have to do? Do they have to win out? Where are they?
So if they win this week, they're in. Only have to win one game and they're in. But if they lose both games, there's a bunch of other scenarios where a bunch of other teams lose that they could still make it. But like they always said, just take care of your own business, win, and you're in.
So who do they have this week?
The Colts.
Oh, well, they should win that game. Yeah, I saw they lost the tough one to Minnesota, man.
Oof, that was brutal. 61-yard field goal with no time remaining on the
Yeah,
clock. That was a brutal loss. Yeah.
yeah. Well, they should be able. Now, where is the Colts game?
Home at Giant Stadium.
Oh, they should be able to handle that, I would hope, man.
Oh, they better hope so. They better
Yeah.
not just mail it in and think they're going to win. They better show up.
Now, bro, do you get the NFL package?
No, nope.
Oh, so you only see the Giant games when they're televised.
Well, they're always, for me, because I'm the local market, they're always on TV.
Where do you live, bro? Where do you live?
New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So you must get all Giants and Jets then.
Yes. Yep. Both games.
Oh, wow. You got it made then, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you go to many games, bro?
I haven't been to a game in a few years, but I used to just go to Giants games. Maybe a Jets game here or two, but I'm not really a big Jets guy. But I've been to a bunch of Giants games.
I swear, John, my cousin is a Giants, season ticket holder and has been for like probably the last 30 years. But I remember, bro, he had to wait like 10 years for tickets to become available, man. And ever since he got them, like he's held on to them for the last 30 years, man. Yeah, season ticket holders, and when you got a good football team, bro, you're never gonna get a season ticket, man.
Yeah, I got a buddy who I guess has been in his family since 1987, but it got passed down to him. He's not giving it up. Like that's what always happens. Nobody's giving up those tickets. They're going to give it to their family. Yeah.
I swear, bro, that has always been like one of my dreams that will never happen. I would love, bro, for the day to come where I move out to San Francisco. I'm a Giant season ticket holder, and I just go to every single home. I always dream about that. As a matter of fact, bro, I'm going to be 62 in January, and I always say like that I'm gonna retire at 65. So I'm hoping I got 3 years left. But one of my plans is to at least maybe move to Arizona and follow the spring training camps, every time. Yeah. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's something that's on the board.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
So Vince, this is a part of the 8th year anniversary coming up on my 8th year.
Congratulations, man. Awesome.
I'm bringing back all the heavy hitters, all the great guests for, quick spot here. What's going on with you with wrestling lately? I've been seeing you pop up in the news. I mean, different guys have been talking about you. What is going on? Why are you so relevant? How are you so relevant?
No, see, that's the thing, bro. Like people, I don't think they understand how irrelevant I want to be. Like I want to do my podcast, bro. I want to talk about the things I want to talk about. I want to do it with my friends and the people that I enjoy. And like that's all I want to do. I'm not in the wrestling bubble. I am not a part of that world anymore. And it's like, I swear to God, bro, I really do try to mind my own business. But then all of us, then I'm sitting here and, Ric Flair's talking about how irrelevant I am. And, Jeff Jarrett, oh, bro, do we really want to give this guy the rub? Bro, I don't want your freaking rub. And I want to be irrelevant. I don't want to deal with that crap, bro. I really don't. But it's like, holy shit, bro, for somebody that is as irrelevant as they say, I'm literally reading about myself every other day. And John, I swear to you, I'm like you. This is my basement. I come in my basement. I come in my office. I do my shows. I'm not on the phone with wrestlers. I'm not on the phone trying to get, dirt. Is Sasha Banks the mystery partner? I could give two shits. It's like, I come here. I talk about, the things that interest me and the things I want to talk about. But bro, I don't know what it is. I really wish, John, maybe you could give me some insight, like looking from a distance. I just don't know why people don't leave me alone, bro. I really don't understand it.
Well, I know some guys, if they talk about you, it gets more clicks. The people, like hate watch sometimes, like, oh, I hated Russo, but then they want to hear what maybe Jeff or Eric or Rick might have to say about you. Maybe it's one of those kind of things.
I don't know, but I think I think the Flair thing started, bro, because I was doing, I do Sports Kita pays me to do a show.
Yep.
And I think I swear to God, I think Chris Featherstone asked me like such an innocent little question of like, Vince, right now, do you think Seth Rollins deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame? And bro, like without thinking or anything, I said no. Yeah, but like, bro, that is my opinion. Like, why would you care whether or not I think Seth Rollins should? First of all, the WWE Hall of Fame doesn't even exist. There is no WWE, bro.
Yeah.
It is one man, making a decision of whether you're in or you're out. And I don't need to be recognized by Vince McMahon for my life to be complete. So the reality of it is, to me, I think the WWE Hall of Fame is a freaking joke. I'm not taking away from anybody that had careers, but I mean, basically, the WWE Hall of Fame is Vince McMahon validating you. I don't need Vince McMahon's validation. So like that's what I'm talking about, bro. When I make a comment like that, what do you care about who I think should or shouldn't be in the freaking WWE Hall of Fame, bro? Who cares? Like, is it that important that I don't think the dude should be in the Hall of Fame? It's stupid to me, man. It's just freaking ridiculous. That's why sometimes I'm like, listen, bro, if you don't want me to answer you honestly, don't ask me the freaking question. I don't know, John.
And also, Conrad or whoever is doing the show will sometimes say, hey, we're covering WCW 99 with Rick, for instance. And they'll be like, okay, Rick, you got buried in the desert. And you know what I mean? And then that'll stir up some stuff. And for sure, like whatever they're talking about, it'll spur a conversation. So
and
that could be why it came
bro,
up. Too.
They're talking. I mean, bro, that desert thing, which I've explained a million.
Yeah, and we talked about the last. Yeah,
a million times, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's 24 years ago. Like, when are these guys going to when are we gonna stop talking about this meaningless bullshit? Right now, bro, the thing I'm interested in and the thing I really want to talk about is I could sit here and talk all day about the Carlos Correa situation. Why? Because I've been a baseball fan my whole life. I've never seen anything like this in free agency. So, like, these are the things I want to talk about. Ric Flair getting left out in a desert on a fictional television show 24 years ago. Like, are you freaking kidding me, bro? Like, we're really going to talk about this? I don't know, bro. I try so hard to get out, but people just like literally just won't leave me the frig alone. That's how I feel anyway.
You're a hot button topic. You know what I mean? I know certain shows that you were the topic of that was like a huge ratings boost or whatever, huge download, if you will. So it's nice to go back to that well. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, bro, I swear to God, I don't know how many people know this, John, but Vice is doing a Bash at the Beach show. So of course they called me. And John, I swear this is a God honest truth. Bro, I don't want to do it. I could give two shits about being on television. I'd be some kind of an idiot if I actually think they're going to promote russosbrand.com, because that would be the only reason I do it. If on the bottom, russosbrand.com, outside of that, I could care less about Vice. I could care less about being on TV. And I swear to God, John, so what I did was, bro, I threw a ridiculous number at them. I'm like, well, obviously I'm not doing this for free because I have no interest in doing it. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, bro, throw a ridiculous number at them and then they'll just say no. So, bro, I threw a ridiculous number at them and they agreed to pay me the money. So
Wow.
then I said, John, okay, I just want you guys to know, because I've dealt with you in the past, and every time I deal with you, I always have to run after the money. That's how Vice is, bro. You're constantly on the phone with them trying to get paid. So I said, okay, bro, you met my number. I said, but now you're going to pay me before the interview, because I am not chasing you guys down like I do every. Okay, Vince, no problem. We'll pay you. So, like, bro, like, that's the only reason I'm doing it. It is a big chunk of change. I am going to try to promote Russo's brand as much as possible. But do I actually give a shit about something that happened in 2000? No, bro. I've told the story a million times. I can't believe it's worth to Vice what they're going to pay me. But it's like, I don't know, bro. Sometimes it just surprises the shit out of me that, like, it's like, bro, you really still want to talk about this stuff? Like, really?
They do. They do. It's funny. A buddy of mine I was just talking to, and they were mentioning how they had an episode of Vice or something was on a wrestling show that was on Vice, and he's like, I never got paid for it. And I was like, are they waiting for the episode to air? And that's what they said. They were waiting for the episode to air.
Oh man, it's big. Yeah, bro. I've done two things with them now, and every single time I'm chasing the money. So that's why I told him this time, bro, unless you guys pay me up front, I'm not going through that with you again.
So Vince, quick hitter before we let you go here. Hall of Fame, you mentioned it. Would you ever want to be in it? Let's just say
Absolutely not. Bro, the Hall of Fame is Vince McMahon validating you. Bro, listen, we've seen the character of Vince McMahon in the last year. I don't need validation. I know what I did at the WWE. My numbers will be there forever. Nobody is ever going to erase the numbers. Bro, John, listen, you got a wife, you got kids, you got parents. Bro, to me, that's my validation. I care about what my kids think of me. I care about what kind of a husband I've been to my wife for 40 years. I care about my relationship with my dad, who's going to be 92 years old. These are the things that are important to me. I mean, people that really, really know me. Yes, it is very important to me when you ask my kids, what can you tell me about your father? But to be validated by Vince McMahon, who's paying off women, NDAs for sex and God knows what. Bro, I don't need or want or am interested in the validation of Vince McMahon.
I was just talking to a wrestler the other day. You came up oddly. This is all fair, like personal stuff. And he's like, "Wait a second, is Russo's married?" I said, "Yeah, for like 40 years." He's like, "Oh," he's like, "Maybe I had the wrong conception about him." I was like, "Yeah, he's never in trouble." Or it was weird. I just found that interesting. I was like, "But yeah, he's been married for 40 years. He's got
It's
a few
ridiculous. Yeah,
kids."
bro.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
yeah.
and bro, I swear to God, it's like, bro, of all of, when I started in the wrestling business, bro, I got married at 22. I think I started in the wrestling business like 34, 35. So, bro, I was married 12, 13 years. And, when I'm in the wrestling business and all of a sudden I'm around these beautiful women, I swear to you, John, like, they 100% felt more like daughters to me. I never ever looked at any of the beautiful women that I worked with in an inappropriate way, or I never had thoughts, oh my God, what would it be like to be with so and so? And that really, became the case as I got older and I'm working with younger girls. I mean, like at TNA, when I'm working with, the beautiful people and all these young girls, I mean, I always felt like a father figure to them. And I really think they looked at me the same way. So like, it's weird, bro, because so much of that stuff goes on. But to me, people find this so hard when I try to explain to them, bro, it was a job. That's all it was, man. I worked for CBS. I've had my own businesses, bro. I sold appliances at PC Richards and Son. I'm doing my podcasting. It was just another job. And like, I don't know, bro, for people in that wrestling bubble, man, it is so hard for them to understand that. But that's all wrestling ever was to me, bro.
But even guys within the business maybe have a misconception of you or for whatever reason. Could maybe your writing style? I don't know, but they could have a misconception about you.
Yeah, I have no idea. And like I said, bro, I could really care. I mean, people in the wrestling business that I was close to and that know me well, they know who I am. They know what I did. They know how I carried and conducted myself. People that didn't want to take the time to find that out, well, I mean, those are people that never were interested in being friends. And I mean, that's cool, but don't think you know me when you don't know me. You know what I mean?
So Vince, before we let you go, give us a plug of the Russo's brand, Patreon, whatever else you got going on, whatever else is coming up for you.
Yeah, guys, we're going into like our 9th year now, man. We've been doing this as long as John. We've been doing this for a while, bro. And we have so many shows under russosbrand.com with so many wrestlers, and that's under the umbrella of channelattitude.com. Then we've got even more programming on patreon.com/RussoTWC. So we're just going onward and upward in 2023, John.
Give us a little preview of Vince versus Jeff and what that's all about.
Well,
That's
bro,
interesting.
that's done, man. I'm wrapped up with that series. We're launching a new show, bro, right around the first of the year. That I think is going to be very, very popular, and I'm looking forward to it. It is going to be on our Patreon. But yeah, that's the thing, bro. I'm constantly changing shows and adding shows just to keep things fresh and to keep me interested. So you're going to see some new shows in the new year.
So what's on the Patreon like for Vince versus? I know you did Vince versus Vince, right?
Oh my God, I did. Let me see. Vince versus Vince, Vince versus Bruce, Vince versus Eric, Vince versus Jeff, Vince versus Dixie. Um, um,
Eric,
who?
Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, Vince versus Eric, Vince versus Hulk. So yeah, there was probably about 10 of them. And I might go back to that, in a year or so. But right now I'm going to try this other new show.
Oh, interesting. I like the Vince versus because you get the different perspective and maybe some stories and stuff that you didn't know
Yeah,
from
and
behind the
bro,
scenes stuff with you and those guys.
and bro, anybody can listen to the Vince versus Vince. Bro, none of them were designed for me to bury the person I was talking about. I did one about Cornette. That's not what it was designed to do. The whole idea was I was looking back at relationships from like 20, 25 years ago, and I'm reflecting on them 25 years later, and I'm really looking at and examining what really went wrong. So in none of those shows did I attack people or cut pro. That wasn't the purpose of the series at all. And that was the thing with Jeff. You know, I came to the conclusion when I look back on that relationship. This is my opinion and my conclusion. When I was in a situation where I could help Jeff, I was his best friend in the world. When I left TNA in 2012, I never heard from the dude again. So, you know, that tells me, when I look at that situation, that tells me, bro, when I could help him, he was my best friend in the world. When I could no longer do anything for his career, I was nothing to him. That's not me ripping Jeff. That is my opinion of what the relationship was. And a lot of wrestlers are like that, bro. That's the majority of professional wrestlers.
That's the business, I guess.
That's the business. It is the business. And that's all I said. I didn't say anything mean or personal or derogatory. I mean, that was just my assessment of the relationship.
But Vince, thank you so much. I appreciate all the time coming on for the 8th-year anniversary. Pretty
Yeah,
awesome, pretty
John.
remarkable. Thank you.
Congratulations to you. Have a good, healthy, happy new year with your family. I'm pulling for the Giants with you, bro.
Yes.
So thanks for having me on, John.